Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshamarutamya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Name. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Krishna Shunyavadi Paschati Devastani. Vancha Kalpadharubhasya Kripa Sundarbhaya Chakritanam Pavane Vaishnavibhyo Namaha. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासुदेव गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. So welcome everyone for our discussion on Bhagavad Gita. So we are discussing about Bhagavad Gita from the introduction. Yesterday we discussed about the importance of cultivating remembrance of Krishna throughout one's life, so that at the end of life you will be able to remember Krishna. So the goal of life is to real goal of life is to remember Krishna at the time of death. Death is the examination, life is the preparation. So life is preparation, death is examination, right? So for our semester exams we prepare 6 months, then we give exam, right? So again prepare next 6 months and we give exam, right? So there are two kinds of tests, One kind of test is called regular test, another kind of test is called surprise test. Regular test we know this is the date, okay? So this T1, T2, or there is annual, there is quarterly, or there is half yearly exams. The regular test. There is another one is called surprise test. Surprise test means I don't know whether you have that experience or not. When I was studying in IIT, suddenly the teacher came. One day he gave paper, said write exam. I said, my God, you never prepared, you never know. Somebody said it's surprise test. Like the first time it's surprise test, like very difficult to face. You're not prepared, right? So that is surprise test or regular test? Huh? That is regular test. Is it decided? Is it fixed? What date is fixed? No. It is a surprise test. What time it will come, we don't know. Whether you pass the exam or not, how do you know? Right? Surprise test, teacher comes and gives paper. Right? Take the question. Right? How do you make it? How do you make it? How do you make it? Attempt it nicely. Only when you are prepared. When you are prepared day to day, whatever syllabus is taught, whatever course is given, when you are prepared thoroughly, anytime you are prepared for the test, so that you can nicely write. That is surprise test, right? So therefore, death is also surprise test. It's not a regular test. It's not a pre-decided test, right? So you need to prepare, right? So death is examination, real examination, final examination, and life is preparation. Whole life we have to prepare. People say that, what is your goal of life? I want to become engineer, I want to become doctor, I want to become lawyer, I want to become businessman, I want to become this and that and so many things, right? That is a goal. No, these are not the goals. These are not the goals, right? These are temporary goals. Even if you become a teacher or a lawyer or an engineer or a doctor, whatever you become, okay, you work from 25 to 55 or 60, you work, right? You extend a little more, maybe 65, 70 also, which a private profession you can work. But at one point you have to retire. Then what is your goal? That means you set a goal and you close the goal. What is this? We are asking about the goal of life. What is your goal of life? What do you become engineer now? Okay, now you came to 60, you retired. What is the goal is finished? That life is finished? No, life is not finished. Right? Life starts. Life starts from beginning, but actually I mean, when you come to closer to exam, it's even more tension, right? Right? Before, okay, lot of time is there. You can play, you can just watch movies and move here and there. But when you come to closer to exam, you are prepared. Oh my God, getting where is the notes, where is material, where is this and that, and so many things. And we are gathering here and there, inquiring about people. Have you prepared? Have you prepared? Have you prepared? Right? We ask so many people, right? Oh, yes, prepared. Oh my God, I am not prepared. Maybe I'll fail. I think so you have to take help from others and do whatever to pass the exam, right? There is so much tension you are taking for passing this material exam, a mundane exam, to get some money and some filling the belly. But what about the real exam? Real exam is death, right? Whether will you be able to remember Krishna at the time of death? Right? That is the test. Is it easy to pass the test? Prana prayana samaye kapavata pittai kantavarodana. So, Kulashekara Acharya is a great Acharya in South India. He was praying that Krishna Swadeya Padapankaja Panjarantam Advaitame Vishatumanasa Rajahamsa Prana prayana samaye kapavata pittai Kantavarodana Vidau Swaranam Kutaste. Telling that Krishna Tvadiya Padapankaja Panjarantam, your lotus feet are like, it's like a stem, like in the nice blue, like a nice water, crystal clear waters, there are lotuses, right? Around the lotus stem, the lotus flowers are there. Stem, there is Rajahamsa, Hamsas, swans move around, they play, they frolic and play around, they enjoy, right? So, like that, Krishna's Tvadiya Padapankaja Panjarantam. So, your lotus feet, Krishna's lotus feet is also like that, like lotus. Krishna's feet are like lotus flower, and devotee's mind is like a swan. It's moving around Krishna's lotus feet, enjoying, right? Tvadiya means two. Tvadiya means yours. Padapankaja Panjarantam. Advaitame Visutumanasa Rajahamsa. Prana prayana. So at the time of death, what happened? Prana prayana samaye kapavata pitto. So much cough gets, comes into your, throat and gets choked up. Rattling throat. He can't talk, he can't breathe, he can't, like so much suffocating, so much difficult situation actually. Painful situation, right? You may think that why to talk about death, it's a negative thing, let me enjoy this time to enjoy. Prabhuji, why are you talking about death? You may say, no, this is a reality, one day you have to face. If you are prepared now, then you will overcome the trouble, right? You are mentally prepared, you will overcome the trouble. Not only just overcome the trouble of just, facing death. It's about passing the exam of death, passing the exam of life, right? Right? So, we should take it very seriously, right? So, if you fail in this exam, nothing happens. If you pass this exam, nothing happens. It's just temporary passing phase of life, right? You get little more money, you put it in the bank, you get little less money. It doesn't make much difference. Little difference, okay, you travel in a small car, a big car, ultimately you travel from one place to another place. How does it matter? Ultimately, right? You live in a big home, or you live in a small home. What does it matter? Once you sleep, you forget it. Once you eat, you finish. It doesn't make much difference. It's short term, but the final exam is deciding where you will go. What is your next life? Whether you will get into animal species, or you are going to same human body, or you get into in heavens, or you go to directly spiritual world, overcome the birth, the death, the old age, disease, forever, all problems free. Can you imagine? So when I was studying at Kadupur, there is a hospital. One hospital is a government hospital. Inside it, everything free for the students. Oh my God, everything is free. Never heard like that. Any disease, any amount, it's free for you like this. My God, it's like, because you never got any disease, hardly anything. 2 years passed after that. You are not qualified again, once you pass out. Just for 2 years, they are just making you, they are not making you free from disease. They are trying to give some medicine and trying to cure in case if you get some disease, right? So you felt so happy that you 2 years you're like your health is taken care, right? You're so happy like what a Maya it is, right? But okay, there is some offer is there. You feel happy. Just imagine whole life there is such hospital you will be taken care. How much happy you will feel, right? Imagine forever, for the rest of eternity, your health will be taken care. There will be hospital, right? How much happy you will feel. How much you can pay. Ready to pay any amount, right? Right? It's not about just getting disease and trying to cure it. There is no surety in IIT hospital also. There is no surety that it will be cured. They will try to, give some medicine and try to cure it, right? So therefore, uh, God, doctor cures, God heals. You know, there is saying doctor uh, cures and God heals. So they are saying. So that is a tree. That is a real thing, right? So then, unless if the cut is there, they'll put some medicine, but ultimately the skin has to come together and get attached. That actually the system is kept by God. It's not kept by doctor, right? Even if you don't put also, it will slowly it will get attached. But that might little bit make it more quicker. That's all, right? So, so just somebody can imagine somebody. Your disease is there, somebody is taking care of your disease, you feel so happy, right? But Krishna is promising no more disease forever. You'll never get any disease in the spiritual world. Only there is only one aspect, and there is no death, right? How much will you spend if there is no somebody telling, I will save you forever from from death? How much will you spend, right? A person can give. You ask Mukesh Ambani, just I'll make sure that you live forever. There is no death for you, right? How much you'll give? You'll write whole Reliance, what is whole Geo, whole thing you'll write, right? I will live normal person, no problem. I will live forever. Like what an offer is. So how much saving from death costs, right? Millions of crores of rupees, millions max, crores of rupees. Because people are ready to pay. Right? How much? Only one life if you save him from death, right? But Krishna is saying life after life after life after life, right? So many deaths you can completely avoid if you surrender to Krishna. No old age, no disease, no death, no birth, forever. Such a test it is, right? It's bigger, million, trillion times bigger than a test of civil services and whatever best of the tests are there, right? That is a test. But people don't know. They think that death means everything is finished. You die means you are finished. No, that is ignorance. That is foolishness. That is lack of knowledge. People think that everything is finished at the time of death. This is an animalistic consciousness, right? There is something in the body. Even doctors understand. No, when a person is living, something tangible thing is living from his body. It's not just a stopping of some organ, some heart or like that. Right? If that is the case, they can repair and they replace and put some other heart. They can do it. They cannot do it. Right? No matter all the parts of the body you change also, it will not work. Right? Car is there, some part is not functioning. You remove it and put a new part. It will work naturally. If the body is our body is made up of organs and active organs, working organs. Some organ is not working. Replace it. Now technology is so much advanced. You can replace the heart, you can replace the kidney, you can replace the brain, you can do everything, but you cannot bring the life back. That means there is something missing. That is called life. That is called living force. That is called conscious force. That is called the soul. Right? The soul is missing. The soul is the real person who is living in the body. Bodily car, right, is the driver of the bodily car. You understand? So people think that what happens? At the time of death, everything will finish. Everything will be finished. No, it doesn't finish. Right? Death is a transition. Death is a transition. देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहांतर प्राप्ति धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति. Krishna Srila Prabhupada 2.13. What is telling? Dehinosmin. Dehi means embodied. One who accepted the body is called embodied. Dehi means one who has deha. One who has body is called dehi. Is called embodied. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara. Kaumara means 5 years. Yavvana means adult 15 years. Right? Kaumara yavvanam jara. Then adulthood and old age. See, body passes through different stages of life. And yavvanam jara tata dehantara. Dehantara means deha antara. Change of the body. Body changes. Dehantara prapti means you get another body. He changes the, gives up the old body and takes a new body. Understand? Takes the new body. Dehantara prapti. That is the meaning of dehantara. He accepts new. Krishna is telling Bhagavad Gita. Vasam sujirnani yata vihaya navani grihnati naroparani ta shairani vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. Just like a person puts new garments as and gives up the old ones, gives up the old clothes and takes the new clothes. Similarly, old body, soul leaves the old body and takes the new body. It's a normal phenomenon in this world, right? You give up the old t-shirt, it is torn and give up and take purchase a new one according to the price you have, right? So the price is the karma, activities you do throughout this life, right? What kind of body you are going to get in this life, right? So there is life after this life, right? But people think, oh, this life is everything. That is the grossest ignorance, right? Grossest ignorance, foolishness, lack of knowledge, grossest ignorance. So this life is not everything. There is life after this life. So the death is the examination. You have to prepare for the examination. Right? How to prepare? Right? That's what Krishna is. Ma manusmara idyacha mayarpita mano buddhid. Ma manusmara, remember me. Smaran, anusmara, smara means smaranam. Remembering Krishna, you fight Arjuna. Remembering me, fight Arjuna. Remembering me, you do your studies. Remembering me, you do your work. Remembering me, you carry out your duties. That's what Krishna is telling. You do your duty also, at the same time remember Krishna. That is Bhakti Yoga. That is the art of work. Art of work. Work is different and art of work is different. Right? Paint is called art. Not paint. It's paint, not just general paint. Or any picture is drawn, it's called art. Why? It's not just like anything. You just take some bucket of paint and just throw it. It's called art. It's not called art. You take a bucket of paint and just throw it on the wall. It's called art. Why? Art means there is a design, there is an art, there is a beauty, comes out of it, right? So that is called art. Art of work means not just any work. Art of work, you make the work into work or karma into yoga. It's called karma yoga. Karma yoga, right? Jnana yoga, Ashtanga yoga, Bhakti yoga. Yoga means you make it into art. So that you have to dovetail, you have to connect with Krishna. We are doing everything, now we are doing everything without connection to Krishna, without connection to God. We connect everything to Krishna. And then it becomes art of work. Art of work. Therefore, Ma manusmara yudhyacha. Remember me and fight. Remember me, do your duty. Right? So like that we have to practice throughout the life remembrance of Krishna. That is a process. That process is called devotion service. That is a preparation. The preparation you have to do throughout the life is remembering Krishna. That happens especially through chanting the holy names and through hearing about Krishna. Now you are hearing about Krishna from Bhagavad Gita, right? So you are trying to understand Krishna, how to remember Krishna. So whatever you hear from Bhagavad Gita, whatever you hear from Srimad Bhagavatam, that is about Krishna. Because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna. Therefore, it's coming from lotus lips of Krishna directly. Therefore, it's not different. It's not different from Krishna. It's as good as Krishna. Bhagavad Gita book is Krishna himself, because in absolute world, it's non-dual. It's all, there is no relativity. It's all Krishna, Krishna's name, Krishna's form, Krishna's talk, Krishna's message. It's not different from Krishna, right? It's not different. It's same as good as Krishna. So the Bhagavad Gita is not different from Krishna. It's form of Krishna. This in the book form. This message. So this message Krishna gave, right? Not different from Krishna. So Ma Manusmar Vidyacha, remember me. So how do you remember? By chanting and by hearing. So we hear from Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is about Krishna. Is about Krishna, written by Vyasdev, who is none other than Krishna's incarnation. Krishna's incarnation. Therefore, these two books gives us tremendous, creates tremendous impact in our life to remember Krishna, because directly pure Krishna Katha, unadulterated Krishna Katha, Krishna's message. By reading these books, by hearing from these books, right, Krishna enters through our ear holes and goes into the heart, right? And it's always there in our minds. So Krishna, it's very difficult to take out of Krishna, very difficult to take out Krishna, very difficult to forget Krishna when you regularly hear Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam messages. Therefore, it's extremely important daily to pay attention to Krishna's message. You may forget eating, there's no problem, right? Of course, we don't recommend, but it's more important than eating also, because it's food for the soul, right? Because 2 times, 3 times you're eating, 2 times you eat, 1 time you miss also, no problem. But Bhagavad Gita hearing only once. If you miss that one day, the day is wasted, right? Therefore, it's important to cultivate Krishna Tattva, Krishna's knowledge. Krishna is telling, Janma karma cha me divyam yevam yo vitti tattvataha tapta adeham punarjanma naiti mameti. So Arjuna, right? One who understands my janma and karma, my activities and my birth, as it is. As it is means, in truth, you have to understand, not the way you see it, right? Not the way the movie people show it, not the way the worldly people talk about. It is in Tattvadaha, how the scriptures present, how the acharyas in disciplic succession, in parampara they present. That way you have to understand Krishna. When you understand Janma karma cha me divyam, divyam means divine, right? Out of this world. Krishna's activities are out of this world. They're not politics. I think Krishna has done a lot of politics in Kurukshetra war and everything. Because they have so many misconceptions. They have, put goggles, green goggles, red goggles. They are seeing the world as green and red, right? They are seeing Krishna in different way, because they have their own perceptions and conceptions and what is right, what is wrong. Therefore, they are seeing Krishna in that way. But actually, Krishna is all perfect. What Krishna does is most perfect, faultless. But people cannot see that. But acharyas can explain what Krishna did, why he did what he did. Why he did what he did. So, whatever he has done, why he has done that, acharyas can explain. So, we need to understand in truth, tattvadaha. Tattvadaha we need to understand. Then you are qualified to go back home, back to Godhead. Punarjanma naiti. Punarjanma na iti. Na means not. Punarjanma doesn't happen. You don't have to take birth again. Rather, mameti, you will come to me. Wow, what a boon, what a benediction Krishna is offering. Just to understanding Krishna's birth, Krishna's activities in truth. If you can understand, you can go back to Godhead. You can go back to spiritual world. You can go back to Vaikuntha and live there eternally, free from all problems of life. Right? Just to understanding about Krishna's activities and Krishna's what he is promising in 4.9 Bhagavad Gita. Can you imagine? Right? So what is the difficulty, right? We are paying so many things, we are giving so much our heart, our energy, our heart and money to get things, to get health, to get food, to get happiness, so-called pleasures, right? But You follow Krishna, you understand Krishna. Everything is unlimited, fully problem free, and full of happiness, bliss you can experience by being Krishna conscious, by going back home, back to Godhead. Such offers Krishna is giving, right? So who will miss such opportunity, right? Who will miss? Right? Small jobs, small things. People work hard, they jog, they run, and they make their body fit, or they make their mind fit, or they make the intellect fit, so that they can, use it to get the job. A police officer, army, if he has to become an army and join army or something, he has to make his body fit, right? Huh? Or somebody has to become an engineer, or to become a doctor, or crack in the exams, he has to make his buddhi, intellect very fit, study more and analyze more and make it very fit, right? Huh? So we're working so hard to get such temporary things, right? Nothing wrong in doing that, provided for such a small thing, for a short, such a insignificant thing, you're working so hard. No, something Krishna is offering something like out of world, out of beyond your imagination. What kind of offer Krishna is giving? How much hard work we should put? How much energy we should dedicate? Right? This life, one life, uncertain life. Right? How long you live, nobody knows. In this life, you got human body after so many millions of lives transmigrating from Jalaja, Navalakani, Stava, Lakshmi, Krimaya, Rudrasankyakam, Pashava, Dasarakshani. It's like so many species, right? Aquatics, 9 lakhs forms. Sometimes you're fish, sometimes you're Timingala, sometimes you're shark, sometimes these and jellyfish, these, there are so many. Sometimes you're, different snakes. Sometimes you're lizards, sometimes you're mosquitoes, sometimes you're flies, sometimes you're trees, sometimes you're lions, sometimes you're different animals. 84 lakh species just doing time pass. Boring life, can you imagine, any animal eats and sleeps. Nothing is there, just in mode of ignorance moving around, no nothing, no bliss, just stuck up in the body of animal. But after so much of transmigration he got into the human body, right? Now we are getting entrance into the blissful spiritual world. Can you imagine? Such opportunities, the doors are open. They are put in the jail eternally. The whole life you are put in the jail. But someday somebody like some birthday of Prime Minister or birthday of President of India, suddenly comes and opens the door. Anybody just going to run away in 1 minute. So opportunity are going to open the doors, right? What a chance! How you will feel? 1 minute. They're giving meals. I'll eat that after the time. You'll say that? And they're giving me blankets, new blankets in the jail. So I have to get the new blanket, the brand one, and I want it. Will you think about it? I'm getting some sleep. Let me sleep after the test. Will you think about it? What do you think? If you're intelligent, forget about anything. Just you're the first person in the queue to run away, right? Forget about anything, eating, sleeping, everything. Just whole night also you'll not sleep. Such an offer is coming to escape from the jail. The human body is also like that. It's an offer Krishna is giving to escape from the jail, right? How much time we have to prepare? Surprise test. Not sure. 100 years, not sure. 80 years, not sure. 60 years, not sure. At least 40, not sure. At least 10 more years, not sure. 1 year, not sure. 1 month, not sure. My God. What is sure? Death is sure. As sure as death. That is the only surety, right? Death is sure. Nothing is sure. Death is sure. So there is no surety. Then why are you working for temporary things? Why are you running behind material things, mundane things? Right? Right? First of all, they're not permanent. Somehow you get it also, somehow you assume that you live for some more years also. Right? You enjoy also. There is no enjoyment also. It's nice and dukkha shashvatam. There appears to be happiness, there appears to be enjoyment, but there's no enjoyment. There's so much of misery. It appears it's all imagination. Right? All the pleasure seems to be Maya, thinking all there is some pleasure, but You get entangled. So much suffering is there. Not only you are missing the goal and you are getting suffering. One side you are missing the goal, another side you are getting suffering. But if you give up this suffering, try for the goal, you miss the suffering also, you get the goal also. Who is intelligent? One is trying for the goal, right? So, that's what such opportunity Krishna is giving us. Why don't we use it? This human body we are, right? We should accept, we should help others also. So many people in this world, they don't know purpose of life. They think that eating, sleeping, mating, defending. This is life, that's all. Get a job somehow, get married and enjoy, right? After they become old, after that you die, right? Finished. And yeah, this only life they think. This is animal life. This is not a human life. Human life is special. Tapo divyam putrakāyena suttam shuddhyet yasmat brahma saukyam tanantam. Human life is meant for tapasya. Through tapasya you will get higher and higher. You elevate yourself to highest stages of life. You elevate your consciousness so that you can become qualified to go back home, go back to God. Especially this, Bhakti Yoga process offers us, it's the means by which we can achieve the real success in life. We can pass the test at the time of death, right? Especially chanting the holy names. You should get up in the morning. What is the point in sleeping till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, right? Even 7 o'clock, it's not a good habit. Should rise before sunrise, right? Minimum that you should start with. Spiritualist Prabhupada said you should get up at 4 o'clock, right? Get up for nothing, no difficulties. 4 minutes, nothing difficult, right? You just have to adjust the clock. If you're serious, get up 4 o'clock, right? At least start with something. Sunrise, 5:30, sun is rising. At 5:30 and 6 o'clock, 6 to 7 you chant, read Bhagavad Gita half an hour. Then whole day you do whatever donkey work we have to do anyway, we cannot escape it, right? Do it, at least include some part, something, right? Slowly, when we realize we will be able to understand. Krishna only gives us the intelligence by which he can, the person can come to Krishna. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayantite. So those who are sincere, Krishna is saying, I will give the intelligence by which they will come to me. If you start the process, Krishna will give you intelligence, how to adjust your things so that you can prioritize Krishna consciousness over material life. Right? That is the thing. Okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So we'll meet tomorrow in the temple. Okay? Don't miss, everybody. Please come. Okay? And live session is extremely important. Right? You come and participate in the